Hey everybody, welcome back to Trevette Knots. This video, as you saw in the thumbnail, is about the Duracell Project frame that I made most recently. And a little bit of the story behind that. A little over a year ago, I discovered this YouTube channel called the Duracell Project. Matt Janni Steverson came into possession of Mike Plant's famous racing sailboat Duracell a few years back, and they are rebuilding it as their liveaboard home and to cruise in. So it's pretty freaking awesome. I was well familiar with Mike Plant and Duracell that he raced in around the world in the Vendée Globe back in, I guess, the late 80s. I don't know the exact date on that. Either way, I was immediately intrigued by that and decided to start following the channel, and then became a Patreon supporter. And when you do that, they're very graciously kind of highlighted my channel a little bit as an introduction to a new Patreon subscriber. And later on, I was like, you know what? The Lord just kind of put it on my heart to make a frame for them. So I reached out to Matt and Janni and said, would you guys like a Sennit frame? Maybe for a picture of Duracell? And they're like, yeah, sure. So that's what this video is about, is the making of that particular frame. And I will do one tutorial on a Sennit that I came up with specifically for that, and some details on the compass rose as well that I made for that. So I hope you enjoy this. On to the rest of the video. All right, folks, let's do a tutorial. This is a 16 strand, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 strand channel Sennit tutorial. I came up with this. I actually looked through Grimmont and Hensel for a channel Sennit, and I didn't like it, so I came up with this one. Here's how it goes. 2 strands, over 2, under 2, and over 3 from both sides. It's kind of long, so it takes a minute to pull through. And I'll tell you some of the keys on this one once I get going here. 2, over 2, under 2, and over 3. So 1, this is a very nice hard line that I got from Terry out in New Mexico at Sexy Red Emporium, or Sexy Red Used Books. And I'm guessing, because I haven't tried it, but if you try this particular Sennit without pretty hard line, it's probably not going to shape up the way this does. So here we go again. 2, over 2, under 2, and over 3. Can't swear to that, but this is a Sennit that requires quite a bit of tension. I mean, strong tension in getting it to lay out properly and shape up the way it ends up, because you're pulling pretty hard on this. As with any Sennit, if anybody has, those that follow this channel know that I make a big emphasis on tensioning. If you want it to be parallel, which I do, tension needs to be consistent. But in this particular Sennit, it's a pretty hard pull, as you shall see. So, get these straight. 2, over 2, under 2, over 3. The characteristic that I like about this, and once I get done with this, because I'm gonna tie it down to, I don't know, about yay far, 5 or 6 inches. is that you can use both sides. On this frame, the Duracell frame, I'm using the back side of it, which is a ridge as opposed to the channel. So, but you really got to pull it in pretty tight to get it to form up. 2/2 under 2/3. It's a little bit of a, I don't know, it's an odd Sennit to me. But I did not realize that the bottom side or the back side of this would be the way it looked. I was just looking for a channel Sennit and I don't know, that's what I came up with. One of the reasons I looked at Grimmott and Hensel, looked at Grimmott and Hensel on this one was I don't like not giving credit where credit is due to those who have, you know, to something that's documented as someone else's idea, not mine. And I had tied this and thought, isn't this in Grimmott and Hensel? I looked, no, it isn't. So, two over 2 under 2/3. Make sure that's straight. Yeah, correct. This, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that will work. This one's, let's just say that it's not particularly easy to tie this as perfectly parallel as I obsessively make myself do it. Whoops, hitting my tripod, knocking the camera. But can be done. Here's the back of it. Two over 2 under 2 over the last 3. We'll twist them up. But you do have to give it a pretty good pull on these to get it to take shape. In other words, it's cinching in to make this channel, which then correspondingly creates the ridge on the back. I will kill the camera here in a few minutes. Lay up a bunch of this and then show you a long piece of it. But that's it. 16 strands. Two over 2 under 2 over 3, both sides. That's about it. All right, so here is, I don't know, a couple of feet. That's the channel side. And then the ridged side. On this frame, I used the ridged side for various reasons, but I don't know, both sides are cool. I like it. Thank you for watching. We have now reached the point in the video where there's a handful of you left. The vast majority of people who watch my videos watch them for one reason and one reason only, and that is the tutorials. And then everybody bails. But the reason for this channel is to document and show at least how I go about making fancywork Sennit picture frames. And that's what the rest of this is all about. So let's go over a few details on this frame that I'm working on. I want to mention a couple of things. So this is 2 layers of Luan. This is thin plywood. 2 layers of that oppose each other. One goes this way underneath and then this way on top to create a stronger lamination. The reason that I do that is for strength and to prevent a frame from warping. This particular frame is going to be living on a 60-foot sailing yacht that will be cruising around the world. I don't mean circumnavigating, though who knows, but it'll be containing a picture of the famous racing yacht Duracell for a couple out on the West Coast who have that boat and are converting it to their liveaboard home. There's a little bee. Hello, little bee. Anyway, all right, so I decided to try something new. This is a piece of oak quarter round, which is going to allow the Sennit to flow curved over it. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure that I have created my own nightmare. Outside, the outside border is going to be a very large piece of 4-strand round braid doubled. This is my outside border, and I wanted to create a rabbit for this. I didn't cut the rabbit. I actually cut a piece of 3/8 inch by 3/8 inch. You can't see that. 3/8 inch by 3/8 inch wood to and glued it on to create the rabbit. So anyway, that's just some basics of what I'm doing on this frame, the wooden base frame construction. And we'll see how it goes. So will you.
Farewell and adieu to your Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to your ladies of Spain. For we've received orders to sail for old England, but we hope in a short time to see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar like true hearts of oak, until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ushant to Scilly is 35 leagues. Oh, we'll hove the ship to with the wind at the southwest. We'll hove the ship to, and soundings got we at 35 fathom with the wire sandy bottom. We squared our main yards and up channel steered we. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar like true hearts of oak, until we strike soundings the channel of Old England. From Ushant to Sennit is 35 leagues. Oh, the first we made it was called the Dead Man, the Ramhead Plymouth. Stop Portland and White, we sail past Beachy by Farley and Dungeness until we arrived off the South Fallen Line. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British.
Hey folks, here is a quick note. Last video, the last tutorial I did was on these little guys, what I call the Starry Rose Knot. They were made specifically for this frame, and there are 4 of them that'll be on the frame toward the corners, and you'll see that in a minute, and now you know why I made them.
Oh, the signal was made for the ground fleet to anchor all in the Downs. That night for to lay, it's stand by us stoppers, let go you shank painter, haul up your glue garnets, let fly tacks and sheets. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors, we'll rant and we'll roar like true.
We got a really special gift in the mail the other day. We're gonna take it up to the boat and check it out. So we received this, it's like a custom knotted picture frame. This is like a traditional picture framing technique that John Trevitt uses to make these frames himself. They're absolutely stunning and wild that somebody can make something like this, but he frames an old picture of Duracell on its way out of the Bay of Biscay. We don't know yet where it's gonna go. It looks pretty good there. But thanks again to John. It's a really gorgeous frame.
Like true hearts of oak until we strike sounding.
Well folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. More videos coming up, more tutorials on various this, that, and the other stuff that I come up with. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.